we have an amazing brand new BMW M4 that is painted in the best color of 2022 according to our polls, and that is the frozen pure gray. We also have some other additions to the family like this black G8 2 M4, which is just as mean looking as the gray one. And without further ado, let's get into it. And then we have the G8 7M2, which is just so damn cute. Like, look at those proportions. I mean, it looks so good. So yeah, let me show you guys around. As always, if you want to stay updated with everything BMW, make sure to smash that subscribe button. What makes this special compared to the standard M4 is that it has a weight reduction of 100 kilograms or 220 pounds. So yeah, it's basically a naturally aspirated S58 engine. It also has some custom lightweight 20-inch forged wheels wrapped in Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2R tires, which are sticky as fuck. And they measure 275 in the front and 315 in the rear. Just think about how much power we can get out of this once the aftermarket starts working on it. There is a carbon fiber roof and a bunch of other carbon fiber bits, both inside and out. It also comes with a 6-speed manual transmission, which is something that is not offered in the US market. And this is probably because of emissions laws. But, damn. But, luckily, it will be available in the UK. We don't know about other countries yet, but hopefully more countries get it as well. First up, we have an all-new G8 5M for CSL. This is a limited run track focused M4, and it's only going to be produced for 500 units worldwide. They're my favorite ones for the M4. It has the M Performance exhaust and it's lowered on H&R springs. The engine produces 543 horsepower, which is 39 more than the standard M4, and it also gets a bump in redline from 7,600 RPM to a crazy 8,000 RPM. It weighs less than a dual-clutch gearbox, and it is nearly as quick as a manual gearbox. Benefit of being able to go fully automatic, or you can do it yourself using the paddles behind the steering wheel. The M2 completely destroys the Alpha in both races. Now, even though it doesn't come with an automatic option, it does come with the MDCT gearbox, which is pretty much the fastest gearbox that you can get. The exhaust is made entirely out of carbon fiber, and there's also a massive rear wing out back. Now, this wing is actually functional and it provides a lot of depth, especially when combined with the front splitter and the side skirts, which also act as air brakes. It also gets an upgrade suspension with specially tuned dampers, springs, and anti-roll bars. Now the diffuser is also a bit different. And that's because the exhaust tips are now in the center, and they look really cool like that. You might notice that the grille hasn't been changed, because it is in fact the same kidney grille that we already have on the standard M4. The difference here is that they don't have any grille mesh behind them, and this is done in order to reduce weight and improve airflow to the engine. Now, on the interior, we get carbon fiber bucket seats that weigh a massive 9.6 kilograms or 21 pounds less per seat, compared to the standard sport seats. There's also a new Alcantara headliner and a new M-specific steering wheel with a red center marker. There's also a plaque on the center console that shows you what number your car is out of the 500 units that are being produced. While the M4, even with a 1 second slower reaction time, manages to do a 12 flat at 123. So it beats the Mercedes by 0.2, and it also has 7 miles per hour advantage at the trap. It also has a new infotainment system that has wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And it also drops the CD player, which honestly nobody uses anymore. The price for this bad boy is going to start at 150,000 euros, and it'll be available from October onwards. And I couldn't wait to see what kind of power it'll make once the aftermarket starts working on it. I think it's definitely possible, considering how strong the engine is and how much potential it has. Next up, we have a walk around of a G82 M4 in a beautiful Imola red. This is by far my favorite color for the M4, and maybe my second favorite, after frozen pure gray. This is a very clean-looking M4, and it's lowered on H&R springs, and it has the M Performance exhaust as well. Now check out how beautiful the red looks in this light. Absolutely stunning. I think the red looks even better than the gray. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Now, next up, we have an absolutely insane G82 M4 build. This thing is wide body, and it's on a set of 21-inch forged wheels, and they look so damn good. There's also a rear wing and a diffuser, and the whole car looks super aggressive. There's also another G82 M4 with a beautiful livery, and it's lowered on a set of H&R springs. Looks very nice. I love these springs. And then we have a new G87 M2 in sapphire black. It looks really good. And then we have another G87 M2 in Montreal blue. This one is stock, but I think it looks really good. In fact, I would say that this is probably my favorite color for the M2. Now next up, we have the first ever drag race between a G87 M2 and an Alfa Romeo Giulia, and the results were surprising to say the least. In the first one, the M2 does a 12.2 at 114, and the Alfa does a 13.1 at 104. So the M2 was faster by almost a second. And it also had 10 miles per hour advantage at the trap. In the second race, the M2 runs a very impressive 11.9, so almost a second slower, and it also had a lower trap speed at 114 miles per hour. This shows you how much potential the M2 has, but it also shows you how weak the Alfa is. I thought that the Alfa would at least put up a better fight, but it completely got embarrassed in front of the M2. Next up, we have a drag race between a G80 M3 and a G82 M4, and they both go full send. But the M4 wins both races. In the first one, the M4 does a 10.9 at 146, and the M3 does a... The second race was closer, but the M4 still manages to win, running a 10.9 at 146 at 143. So very close, but the M4 was still quicker, and it also had the advantage at the trap speed. The difference between these two cars is almost 300 pounds, so it's no wonder that the M4 is quicker. But it's still interesting to see how big of a difference it is. Now next up, we have a G82 M4. That takes on a Mercedes C63s. The C63s has the advantage of launch control. So it's gonna be interesting to see if the M4 can keep up. But even with launch control, the C63s only manages to do a 12.2 at 116. This shows you how strong the S58 engine is. It's such a beast. I'm expecting big things like 800 horsepower and maybe even 900 horsepower. Now, next up, we have a drag race between a G8 to M4 and a Ford Mustang GT500. And the results were surprising. Even though the Mustang has 800 horsepower, it does a 12.0 at 112, while the M4 runs a 11.7 at 123. 0.3, and it also has 11 miles per hour advantage at the trap. This shows you that horsepower isn't everything. Sure, the Mustang has 170 horsepower more than the M4, but the M4 is lighter. Plus, the driver of the M4 did a perfect launch, and that definitely helped him get the win. The S58 engine is such a beast. It's crazy how much power it has, and I can't wait to see what kind of power we'll be able to get out of it once the aftermarket starts working on it. My prediction is at least 800 horsepower and maybe even 900 horsepower. I think it's definitely possible considering how much potential the engine has. Guys, that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and a comment below. Also, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss future videos. I'll see you guys next time.